YouTubers, Derek Giddings here from the HK Shooting Team again. Got a special video update number 3 for you on the HK MR556 A4. Update number 3 is the final setup that's going to go out to be zeroed. So here she is, the final setup, and if you hold on just a second, I'll give you a flyby and we'll talk about how I've got it set up for competition. So stand by. All right, here is my MR556 A4 ready to roll. We'll do a back to front overview of this setup. She's looking really good. Big thing is I know she'll perform really good too. So again, we'll just kind of zip through quickly back to front. We've covered the stock. We got the QD attachment points. That was the big thing that I wanted on there for the use of the sling. Moving forward, yeah, as I've already covered, I've changed the grip out to a grip that I just like a lot. I've changed the factory trigger out to a trigger that I have a lot of experience with and that I like a lot, which caused me to change the safety selector to a 90 degree to make the trigger work, as it was not compatible with the 45 degree safety selector on the new MR556 A4. Done nothing, left the charging handle alone. I've added a 1-to-8 optic, 1-to-8 optic with a side red dot. The one I have here is set up a canted mount, 45 degree offset mount, and a 6 MOA dot. I won all that stuff and I'm just putting it in use. 6 MOA. You know, it'd be good for anything quick type shooting out to 50 yards ideally, really. I won a match about a month ago for the first time ever I used that canted sight, and I'm still kind of neither here nor there on it. So we're gonna try it. I may end up taking it off. I don't know. Again, 1-to-8 optic on the gun. The rail has stayed on the gun. I've put some rail covers on the gun and basically a hand stop, which I just like the feel of. I've added a Picatinny segment at the front so that I have the option. This doesn't weigh much. It's a Magpul. It's plastic. Doesn't weigh really hardly anything. Not going to kill the overall weight of the gun, but I can quickly put on a bipod if I'm someplace at a match that would allow it for the division, or if I'm just using it for zeroing. We've already covered, I've changed out the factory muzzle device. I've put a brake on it for competition. Allows for some faster, flatter shooting. We'll turn it over on the other side here in just a second, but I do want to say, in this configuration, as you see it, the gun comes in at 9.35 pounds, which to run a magnified 1-to-8 optic, that is really a good weight. So it's come in really nice, and of course a lot of that is due to the slimmer profiled barrel. We're going to turn it over and just take a look at the left side of the gun. QD, ambi-QD cups we've talked about. Again, the safety selector, trigger, we've gone over those changes. A look at the optic. Again, 1-to-8 optic on the gun, 9.35 pounds. You can see the rail covers, the hand stop, the Picatinny segment for the front, and again at the very front of this handguard you'll see where I've added a QD. That's a really lightweight Magpul QD attachment, and again the reason is for run and gun type stuff and some of the things where I'm using a sling, I prefer the very forward most point for my sling as opposed to the QD mount that's built into the rail back towards the receiver. Okay, so this is my MR556 A4 in the configuration as she is going to go to her first match after we get it zeroed. When I go out to the range to zero it, I'm going to share some of the stuff I'm going to do with 77 grain and 55 grain, and we'll see how she does on her zero before we put her into to use. Update number 3, my MR556 A4 ready to roll.